So continuing to think about the worshipful life, I read something pretty recently that was fascinating to me. It said that before about 100 years ago, if you ever heard music, it was played live in front of you. Like there was no recorded music. Like, that's kind of amazing. So we're here in my living room. It's kind of a music room. Piano's in here. Over here we have a phonograph, old-time LPs that Lisa and I have, old music that we can listen to. Now all of my music is on this iPod, just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of music. And I've kind of thought about God and music. So in worship, we sing to God. You wouldn't take something like this, your iPod, and listen to a song and say, "Hey God, listen to this." It's something that we offer to God, and God loves that offering, whether it's a plunky little country church choir, a big fancy choir like we have. God just loves to be sung to. Now, sometimes when we think about music and God, we get a little bit, I think, mixed up. We think about, do I like the music? Is this the style of music that I like? It's an interesting conversation, but at the end of the day, it's really for God. The music that I like, I like Chopin, I like Led Zeppelin, I adore the Beatles. But that's not music that's for God. The music that's for God, to me, it's for God. I wonder, does God like it? So I think about things like my favorite hymns, that they're for God. We're singing them for God. Something like Holy, Holy, or Fairest Lord Jesus. And my goal is that God will like it, whether I enjoy it or not. It's an offering for God. But then we can think about sacred and secular music. And we tend to think the sacred music is for God, and the secular music is stuff that we just dig. But I've always had this idea that God clearly loves secular music, the stuff that's created, that moves us, right? Like, if we think about being worshipful, it can't just be the sacred music that helps us connect to God. Sometimes it's the what we think of as secular music, but God's in the world, so it's all God's, right? So my daughter was married recently, and luckily, instead of having a first dance, she said, "Dad, let's do a first song," which was great. So we did "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and it's not a religious song, but people have dreams. People wonder if their dreams will come true. I mean, doesn't that tap into the deep spiritual life? Lisa went to a wedding the weekend before that. I wasn't able to be there, and they had everybody in the congregation sing "Sometimes in our lives we all have pain, we all have sorrow," and then it's "Lean on Me." That was really cool, having people sing that together. It's a secular song, but it says a lot about community. Bill Withers had that other song, like "Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone." I mean, we all suffer that, right? Like somebody's gone and there ain't no sunshine. And it's just a mistake for religious people to say, "Oh, there is sunshine with God." There ain't no sunshine. When just people have lost someone, let that linger. Jesus on the cross says, "My God, why have you forsaken me?" Ain't no sunshine. The sun didn't shine when Jesus was dying there. So how do we let that speak? The other interesting thing in music I think about is like on that Bill Withers song, it's sometime in, and it's that rest. You can't just go sometime in, and you can't just do that. You got to have the rest. Some rest. Time in our lives. So there's always a resting, right? That's kind of what makes the music, and that's what makes our lives. And it's the thing that we forget about so often, right? Is that God invites us to rest every day. I think to take a Sabbath during every day, but then certainly to have a Sabbath day. We have a day that we disconnect, that we just rest. We don't catch up on our work. We turn the gadgets off. We're just with each other. We're just with God. Like if we're always available, then we're never available to each other or to God. The whole business of resting, there's so much to be learned from the world of music. I think about all our music as somehow connecting us to God. God hears it, enjoys it, knows it better than we do.